Very good morning, children. Welcome to session 2, lesson animal behavior. So, already in session 1, we studied about the term what is meant by animal behavior and what are the different types of animal behaviors, like say this instinct behavior, imprinting, conditioning, and even imitation, right? So, these are the 4 types of behaviors we can find in animals, and then even we learned about this instinct behavior. Instinct means which they get by their birth, right? And imprinting in animals, this behavior was studied by a scientist, that is Corrada Lorenz. Okay, and even there's a conditioned behavior. Conditioned behavior means it's a kind of a learned behavior, and this was conducted by a very famous scientist and a psychiatrist, that is Ivan Pavlov. On which animal? Yeah, that's a dog. Okay, and even we can find imitation behavior in animals. Imitation means like a copying behavior, right? And this can be explained with the help of this small story, that is a monkey and the capsule story, right? Okay, now let's come to our today's topic, that is a human behavior. Here you have to remind that even human being is also a kind of animal. It's a kind of animal, but we can say that human behavior is a little bit more and more complicated when compared with other animals' behavior, right? So whatever the behaviors we can find in animals, the same behaviors we can find in humans also, but except imprinting. Imprinting behavior is totally absent, but say in humans we can find the remaining 3, like instinct behavior, imitation behavior, and conditioning behavior, right? And as I told you already, say here this human behavior is more complex. Why means, so this is very intelligent animal. That means among all the animals, so which is said to be the most intelligent means that's a human, and even we are well aware of ourselves. Okay, so that's why we can say that this human behavior is much more complicated when compared with other animals, right? So now let's deal with the first kind of behavior in humans. What is that? That is instinct behavior. Even in human beings also we can find the instincts. Instincts means by birth we get some kind of a behavior, and that behavior can be called as a instinct behavior. But see here, I'll give you one example. Say for example, there is a tiger or a lion, and it is very hungry. Then what do you do? Immediately it comes out, that means into the forest, and then it searches for its prey, and whenever it finds its prey, then it chases, it kills, and eats up. Correct. But can you say that this animal is waiting for some other family members and all things? No. But whenever it feels hungry, it go and satisfy its hunger. It's a hunger. That means they don't learn any good manners and all things. But will you do the same whenever you are hungry? When you come back to your home after the school, what do? Will you go directly into this kitchen and will you satisfy your hunger? No. Even at lunchtime or say at dinner time, what we do? That means we wait for all the remaining family members, okay, at the dining table, and then when all the members come and sit over the dining table, then we start taking the food. Correct. So because of this good manners, whatever the natural urges, what is meant by urge here? There is a stimulus. Stimulus here. Hunger is a stimulus. When we get the hunger, then what is the response here? To eat something. Correct. But even though whenever you are hungry, we like to eat. But before we eat that, we learn that. That means as we are human beings, we learn this good manners. So we wait for all the family members, and then only we take the food. Correct. But this type of behavior we cannot find in any other animals. Good. And here we can find one picture. See here what you can find. So here this is the dining table, and over this table we can find all the family members. That means here we can find two children, and then parents, and even their parents. That means three generations we can find: the grandparents, parents, and the children, right? Okay, and all these six members, all the family members, they assembled here, and they are taking their dinner or lunch. Got it? But we cannot find that alone. See, one of the family members come and taking the food. Got it? So this is a special type of a behavior we can find in human beings, but not in any other animals. Got it? Now, the next one, that is imitation. Imitation. Already we learned imitation. What is meant by imitation? Imitation means copying. So even in human beings also we can find this kind of imitation behavior, and this imitation behavior is sometimes it is usual to learn something new and usual behavior. Okay, say for example, your teacher is checking your homeworks. Okay, and whenever he found one child did the homework in an excellent manner, then what he do? Immediately the teacher will show his homework to the entire class, and he will praise that child. See how beautifully this child did the homework, and this is the way he had to do. Okay, and even especially in the mathematics classes, we can find that all the students cannot solve the problem. But whenever one student solve the problem, then immediately the teacher will announce in the class, see, this is the only one who solved the problem. This is the way you have to do, like this. So when you understood how the child completed his work by observing the way how he solved that problem, you also do the same. So here what you are doing, you are copying. So because of this copying skill, you are able to get new and usual behavior. Okay, whether it may be in regarding skills in lesson, or in a sports, or even at work. Right? But at the same time, so this kind of imitation behavior is also related to less usual or a harmful behavior. Generally, see, the children, that means when they are at home, they're going on observing their parents. That means even whenever the children are present as a small kids, see, they are going on observing their parents. Okay, that means how your mother is preparing different types of say this food items, and then extra how she is cleaning the home, and how she is different types of things. And even the kid also observes his father, right? So in this way, what about the doing? The kid thinks that, so that is right and that is not wrong. So for example, if the father is a smoker, then what happens? Then if the child is observing his father smoking daily, continuously, then he may feel that as my father is smoking, it is not a bad thing, and so why can't I try once, like this? Okay, in this way. So this is the reason how these kids are habituating this smoking, then drinking, and all the things. Okay, and naturally that nowadays, see, we can find a great influence on child's behavior by this media, electronic media, especially these movies, and the next TVs, like this. And now, this mobile came into our lives, and it completely spoiled the lives of many children, right? Okay, and we can say there is a great influence of this electronic media on the child's behavior, right? If we use this electronic media for our good things, then that's okay. But if we go for some others, then automatically it does spoil our life, right? Okay, and here we can find a picture. So who is this? No, he's the the favorite hero for many of the youth now. Okay, and so in this way, in the movies we can find that the heroes, that means the way they are walking and the way they are dressing and how they are smoking, drinking. So that means by observing all these things, the children and especially the fans also like to copy their behavior. Okay, they like to smoke like their hero. They like to drink like their hero. They like to dress up like their hero. No, so in this way, that means we copy the behavior of our favorites, especially, right? Okay. So here we can find the child. See, he's a very small kid and even he's smoking. Why? Why means because this copying behavior or the imitation behavior. Okay, that's why we should not try to imitate or copy this type of behavior from the parents or from the peers. Peers means there's a co-students, right, of same age. Got it, children? Right. And what's the next one? That is conditioning. So especially conditioning is used to change the behavior of the people. Right? Already we learned about this conditioning behavior. Say this nation anthem, and the next say this response of students towards this bell, towards the school bell. No, the bell is same, but the response to different types of bells are different in the kids, right? So here, what this is what bell is a condition. What the bell is doing? The bell is changing the behavior of the students. Correct. So here, even this kind of a changing behavior can be done by these ads. While you are watching this TV, any program over the TV, then in between the program you may get some break time. Okay, and at that break time, what you get? You get different types of ads, ads that are related to, say, this snack item, biscuits, and the next pizzas, and then burgers, then cars, motor vehicles, mobiles, all the things, right? But whenever you keenly observe these advertisements, they like to show their products in a very glamorously means in a very beautiful manner, and also in an exciting manner, by using what? By using with the help of these film stars or sports people. Now whenever you observe many of the ads, most of the ads we can find the heroes. Okay, heroes are adding, that means that they are becoming an ambassador for that product. Okay, so whenever these film stars or sports people are doing this kind of ads, then what happens? Automatically it shows a great impact on the customers, that means on the public, right? So here this product is a stimulus. What is the response? Purchasing, buying of that product is a response. But whenever simply that product is shown, the customer cannot be attracted. But here, what is the condition? Condition is that hero or that sports person. So because of this sports person or heroes, the customers are purchasing the product. Got it? Okay. This is the secret behind this what? This ads. Okay, that's why some of the companies are offering some crores and crores of amount for this heroes, and also this Virat Kohli, like this. Okay, this hero Akshay Kumar. Just recently he crossed his income, that is 100 crores, and of course he's naturally the hero in films, but also in our real life also. By means, just for the sake of this corona, he donated how much money? He donated around 35 crores of money. 35 crores of money he donated to the different governments. Okay, right? So because of this great thing, he became the real hero also in our life. Got it? Okay. Now here you can find some art. See, what is this? This is Lux. Okay, simply, if the soap is showing over the TV, no one will purchase. But here we can find what is the condition? Condition is this Katrina type. So whenever where we observe that ad, we may get, we may think that, by using this product, that is a Lux soap, even our, our fairness will become like that of Katrina. That means we also become like a beautiful like this. Okay, that's why automatically they like to purchase that soap. Okay, and here NECC, already you got this in your 8th class, National Egg Coordination Committee, right? So who is this? Here we can find a sports personality, that is Saina Nehwal, right? Okay, and whenever, she is a very, very famous sports personality, and whenever we observe this kind of ad, then you may get some idea that as she's daily eating this egg, she became very, very strong, and there is a secret. Because of that egg only, she became very, very famous in the sports category like this. And here, well about this ad. This is for which ad? A boost, right? So whenever you observe this ad, at the end of this ad, we can find one slogan. What is that? Boost is the secret of my energy. So we can find some millions of fans to this Virat Kohli, and whenever the Kohli say like this, then most of the people, they like to purchase that boost, okay, in order to become very, very strong, right? Okay, like this. In this way, these ads show very great impact on the behavior of humans, right? Okay. Now, what's the next one? That is investigating behavior. Even sometimes this behavior can be investigated. Investigated means we can study the behavior in two types. What does that means? In a field means in an open area. That means when the animals are in their natural habitat. Okay, then that means we hide somewhere. Okay, then we observe. Have you seen this National Geographic Channel, then Discovery, then Animal Planet like this? There we can find that many people, many scientists are spending their whole life in the forests and then in the seas and the oceans for studying the behavior of different types of animals. Have you seen? And even they're taking this photography. We can find very excellent photos taken by these photographers that are related to this wildlife photography. Wildlife photography means what? That means who are interesting in taking the pictures of this wild nature. Okay, and sometimes that means we can study the behavior in a laboratory even, and this behavior can be observed, and even we can measure. That means what type of behavior it is, okay, and whether there is a good behavior or a bad behavior, and for what extent that behavior is dangerous. Now and then we can find some psychos. Have you seen? Psycho means what? There is some, that's mistakes. Whenever there are some mistakes in this behavior, then automatically that leads to this psycho behavior, right? Okay, and even it is very, very difficult to study human behavior than any other animals. And already we told why means, this human is a very, very intelligent animal, right? Okay, that's right. Okay, and have you seen, if you carefully observe this picture, here we can find the picture. See, here this is on scientist, and this scientist is observing there's different types of animals in the open area. That means how they're walking and how they're eating, taking their food, okay, and whether they're living alone, okay, and which type of animals are living in groups, right, and how they form groups. In this way, here we can find that this kind of behavior can be called as a field investigation. And what is this? Have you seen this picture? Yeah, this is a clipping from the picture that is Aparicitudu, and here we can find three characters that are related to hero. One is, one is a very innocent character, and the next one there is a very romantic character, and what's third one that is a very arrogant, very angry character, right? But at the end of this movie, we come to know that these three characters are related to the same person. And what do you call that personality? Yeah, there is a multiple personality or a split personality like this. And have you seen the movie that's Chandramukhi, and even there also we can find this split personality, right? In those days, many movies came related to this human disorders in a human behavior, right? But here, this is the doctor, okay, and this doctor is studying the behavior of this person. Now, who is he? He is a doctor, psychiatrist, and he is studying the behavior of the hero. Where? That means in a laboratory. In a laboratory, by that means what do you call this kind of treatment? Actually, yeah, okay, we can deal that later, right? So what do you call this one? This is to be the studying of human behavior in the laboratory, right? Okay, and even whenever you observe these animals can make signals in order to reveal their emotions, like a danger. Especially when they are in a danger, they give some signals. They give some signals, and they show different types of emotions by using these signals. And even now, the scientists are studying the different types of signals made by this animals, right? Okay, sorry. Notice this, okay, and here the doctor is observing the behavior of this person by hypnotizing. Hypnotizing means what? That means he take the complete control over his brain. Okay, and whatever the things happened in his past. In his past means even in his childhood days. So from that childhood days, he study each and every character, and he finally find out what is the reason for his behavioral disorder. Right? Okay. Right? Okay, and this can be called as a field investigation, and this is a lab investigation. Clear? Right. Now what here you can find cat tail speak. Cat tail speak. Here, if you carefully observe this cat's tail, in how many pictures you can find? You can find 9 pictures, and in all these 9 pictures, the cat is there's a cat's tail is showing different signals. When you observe this first picture, what is meant by this kind of signal means it is in a scared condition. Scared means threatened condition. Okay, and here in the second one, when the tail is upright, that means straight, then it means it's very happy to see you. Now, whenever see this dog or cat or sees its owner, then we can find this kind of behavior, right? I'm getting upset, right? I'm crazy about you, and the next I'm mad. So in this way, the tail is showing with the help of a tail, it gives different types of signals. And what's the next picture here? Here we can find the ants, and what the ants are doing, it's not a war, but they're giving the signals. By signals, what they're doing, they're communicating each other. They're passing the information from one ant to another ant. Got it? Right. Now come to the next one. Tagging. So this is also a kind of investigating behavior, right? So if you carefully observe this, say this NGC and the next NGC Discovery on different types of channels. So here the scientists are spending some years and years, and sometimes even they're sparing their lifetime for revealing the secrets of human animal behaviors, right? and it's a very complicated and risky thing, right? So that means that to follow that animal continuously and to observe what that animal is doing and where it is going and what it is eating, to observe all these things, it's a very difficult, right? So already in 8th class we studied about this birds migration. Migration means what? Movement of one animal from its natural place to some other places for the sake of food or shelter or to get protected from the changes in the climate. Have you seen this great Siberian crane? Great Siberian crane. So this crane belongs to Siberia, right? But when it becomes winter in Siberia, it becomes totally icy cold. We cannot find any drop of water and all the water gets completely converted into ice. So it's a very difficult for that bird to survive in Siberia. Okay, that's why before the winter begins, what that bird do? That bird, it comes to our India, that is Bharatpur, which is located in Rajasthan, right? And even Kolleru Lake. This is very famous for different types of migratory birds, right? And even our Indian government also bought many rules and regulations in order to protect such migratory birds, right? So for the sake of what? For the sake of food and shelter, and even for reproduction, these animals, not only the birds, but even animals are also moving from place to place. So these animals can be tagged by tracking devices. Tagged by tracking devices. Here, if you carefully observe this picture, what is this? This is a whale. Is it possible where the whale is living? Inside the seas and the oceans, right? Is it possible to continuously observe the behavior of this animal? No, it's a very difficult. Okay, that's why what they do, that means once they go into this water body, they attach. Here, can you see this? What is this? It is a tracking device. Okay, then this tracking device is connected to the satellite, and the satellite, through the satellite, this their laptop, right? And then by sitting in their home, so what they can do, the scientists can observe each and everything about this animal. That means what the animal is doing and where it is going. Okay, and what about its status of different types of systems in its body, like this. Okay, so with the help of this tagging method, so we can easily study the behavior of animals. Okay, and even here we can find see this bird, and in this bird also we can find here. Have you seen this tracking device? Yes. And even at the leg also, see, we can find that tracker, right? So with the help of this kind of a tracking behavior, what the scientists can do means very easily and in a very easy way, they can study the behavior of each and every animal. Actually, okay, and with this we come to the end of this session, and have a nice day. Thank you.